Welcome, Valor Sports Podcast. We're back for a Week 7 prediction in the SEC. Just throwing this out there, guys. We were 9-3 so far. We did Week 5, Week 6, and now we're doing Week 7. Last week we went 5-0, man. We picked LSU over Missouri, and we picked Alabama over A&M. I know a lot of people was out there saying Missouri, and a lot of people was out there saying A&M. Those was kind of the matchups that everybody didn't really know about, and that's what we picked. So and like, comment, subscribe, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna jump right in this. We got Georgia on the road to Vanderbilt, and I guess I'll go first. I got Georgia, man. I don't see how you go against them at this point. They made a statement against Kentucky last week at home. Even though they're on the road, Vanderbilt hasn't shown me anything, and Georgia's Georgia. And I think Vanderbilt's been playing tough in the first half, so I look for it to be a little close in the first half, and then I think that Georgia's going to roll them over in the second and do what they do. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, series history on this game is 60-20 in favor of Georgia. And like you said, Vanderbilt hadn't been, they're hands down, they're the worst team in the SEC. They're not beating Georgia in this game. And yeah, dogs big.
All right, John, what do you think, man?
I think Georgia's going to win this one, man. There's no way Vandy's going to beat them.
Just keep it short and sweet
Yeah,
on that.
but one more thing, there, Georgia's defense only giving up 13 points a game. So yeah, they got the best defense in the SEC.
No doubt.
Well, they've already beat, South Carolina, Auburn, Kentucky so far.
Yeah, man, they still Georgia right now, so we can't go against them. All right, man. Next, we got Arkansas on the road to Bama. I'm gonna go with Bama. I don't see how you go against them either in this matchup. Arkansas on the road. It's a 11 o'clock game, but it's Bama's homecoming. I think the only chance we got is if Bama isn't awake yet, and we come to play and we jump on them and we stay on them and we play a good offensive game. Somehow we pull together an offensive game, and I think the defense is going to play tough. I think that our defense is just as good as A&M, So I look for the defense to play good, but ultimately Alabama, they win at home. Justin, what do you think, man?
Yeah, down there in Tuscaloosa, Razorbacks hadn't beat them in 16 years. Series history 25-8 in favor of Alabama, and the weird part is at one time it was like 11-7, and it's just been Arkansas's had or 10-7 or 9, but yeah, that would add up. But yeah, Arkansas just hadn't been able to beat them since Nick Saban got there. Even when we had McFadden, Nick Saban's first year, they beat us 41-38 in Tuscaloosa. D-Mac had 33 carries, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Didn't matter. They found a way to pull it out. Old Saban's just had our number. But I wouldn't be surprised. Bama's going to win this game more than likely. They're Bama and they're at home, and we're Arkansas, which hadn't been able to beat them. But I wouldn't be surprised just when everybody gives up on the Razorbacks. That's when they'll halfway do something in this game. It wouldn't surprise me. I also wouldn't be surprised if we got shellacked. So that's my take on it. Bama's going to win it more than likely.
John?
Yeah, man, Alabama, I think their defense is going to shut us down. And it's going to be hard for Arkansas to contain Milroe. I think he's going to be running all over us wild. We're going to have to put a spy on him if we want to have a chance. They're going to have to put somebody on him and send the heat to frustrate him like Texas did. And if we don't do that, I don't think we're going to have a chance. I don't see our offense coming alive out of nowhere against Alabama.
More than likely.
So,
yeah.
So, I mean, we keep running the RPO and keep forcing the run like we talked about on the previous video, they're just going to key our run and dare us to throw it. They're going to do the same thing Ole Miss did, except better. That's what I think. That's their game plan anyway. So I take Alabama, even though I don't want it to happen. But I hope I'm wrong.
Also, that Bama defense only giving up 15 a game. I forgot to mention, you're talking about the Bama defense. They're giving up 15 a game. We're giving up 25 a game on defense. And both teams averaging 31 a game on offense.
Good statistics. All right, man. Now we got A&M on the road, Tennessee, Rocky Top. 2:30 game. I don't know about y'all, but I'm saying Volunteers, man, and it's a home game. Over 100,000 in there. A&M's had 2 home games. They really ain't been on the road. You can say Jerry World was even, but it ain't even. It's always 60-40 A&M. That's why I'm ready to get out of there. So that was pretty much a home game, and then they had Bama at home with the crowd in their favor. But this time you're on the road, A&M, and I think you've been getting lucky to even you beat us somehow. You found a way to win. I'll give you that. Alabama, the score should have been worse in my opinion. I'm picking Volunteers, Milton, and I think they're going to outscore A&M at home. Tennessee at home.
Well,
Justin,
yeah,
what do you
these
think?
teams haven't played very many times. A&M, hadn't been in the SEC a long time, since 2012, but 2-2. And it's not very much history on that. Tennessee's averaging 34 points and A&M's averaging 35.5. Both teams have a good defense, giving up less than 20 a game. This ought to be a tight matchup. This ought to be real tight. One of the best games. You would expect it to be a really good game. But I agree with you. Tennessee at home, Rocky Top, 100-something thousand fans. I got to go with the Vols.
Good pick. What about you, John? What do you think? Man, I'm like Corso up in there. Good pick.
Yeah, I gotta be that guy that goes the opposite way, man. I'm gonna say upset. I originally thought, okay, yeah, Tennessee at home, man, can't go wrong. You hear that band playing, they're always lit. But I'm gonna go with A&M. I think they might pull it out. They might surprise everybody.
Hey, man, crazier things have happened. Like Justin said, this is gonna be a tight matchup. So it really is a toss-up. I just went with Volunteers. They're at home, and I feel like A&M really ain't traveled on the road like that to a big stadium this year, and now they're about to.
Tennessee, they lost to Florida, so
On the road.
yeah, they beat South Carolina. Yeah, I don't know, man.
This
We'll
game's
see.
gonna tell us that we're gonna find out.
Right. All right, guys. Now we got Florida. They're on the road at South Carolina. I'm gonna go South Carolina Gamecocks, man, and I think that Florida hasn't played well on the road. They showed that multiple times this year. So I'm going South Carolina. They got playmakers: Rattler, Juice Wells, Trey Knox. I mean, they got some weapons, and they're going to be home. It's lit over there too. So just because their record ain't showing it, I think the SEC East is going to even out a little bit right here, and I think that South Carolina is going to get the win at home. What about you, Justin?
Well, this is Florida leads this series 30-10, and both these teams, they're 27 points a game on offense. They're averaging. This isn't very good. South Carolina's actually giving up more on defense, 29, and but Florida only allows 17 points a game. But I hear what you're saying. Florida has struggled. Look like on the road, they're like a team that plays really hard to beat at home, but on the road they look shaky. But I think somehow the Gators, by like a field goal, going Gators.
All right, John, what do you think, man?
I have to agree with Justin, man. That's who I picked. I think Florida's gonna get it. I think they're gonna get the dub.
Gators. Gators on the
Yeah.
road. Gators
Yeah,
on
They
the
couldn't
road.
do it. Hey, they couldn't
Yeah.
do it before, but they got to get a road win sometime. Maybe against South Carolina, they can do it.
All right, guys. Now we got Auburn, LSU. Auburn on the road. Death Valley. A night game. Tiger on Tiger. I think, man, LSU, Death Valley at night. Ain't no way Auburn's coming out of there with a win. I don't think. I think that's the hardest place to play. Damn near in college football, and I think that it's going to be hard to come out of there with a win. I'm going LSU at home, and I think that LSU outscores them. Auburn's had a one-dimensional offense. I think that's not going to produce enough points. LSU at home.
Yeah,
Justin, what do you got?
LSU leads this series 32-24. They're averaging 45 points a game. That's like fifth in the nation, sixth, and something like that. But their defense gives up 32 a game. But Auburn, they score 30 a game, and they give up 18 a game. So Auburn, they're not very good on offense, but LSU's not very good on defense. So this might be the game where Auburn moves the ball a little better than they've been doing, but I still don't think they can beat LSU in Death Valley at night with that crowd and that offense they got. Auburn can't outscore them in that environment. I think they'll move the ball better than what they've been doing, but not well enough. I'm going with the Bayou Bengal Tigers in this one.
All right, John, what do you think about it?
I'm gonna agree with you guys, man. LSU night game, home night game. I mean, I just don't see it happening with Auburn. But
Not this time, huh?
no, not hardly.
All right, guys. Last, this is another one that I had circled on the schedule that I thought maybe be a toss-up. Missouri on the road to Kentucky, night game. I think that Missouri goes on the road and picks up the win, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. I know Kentucky's played pretty well at home. They seem pretty one-dimensional to me, and looks like Missouri's offense is scoring, man, so you're going to have to beat them to score. I also think their defense isn't too terrible, so like you're not just going to be able to run the ball on them, and that's it. So they'll find a way to stop that. Kentucky, you got to find a way to score some points if you want to win this game. I'm going Missouri on the road. Justin, what do you think, man?
Well, I believe that Kentucky leads this series, believe it or not, 9-4. And both of these teams average 33 a game on offense. But I believe you're also right. Missouri's offense is more explosive, and Kentucky's offense is more one-dimensional. But also here in this case, Kentucky they playing at home, and they're a tough team inside of there. I feel like Missouri's got the better offense, but something just tells me Kentucky's defense at home somehow gonna mess with them. I'm going Kentucky by a field goal.
Wildcats. What about you, John?
Man, this is a toss-up. My gut's telling me Missouri's got more talent, and I think that their quarterback and their receivers are explosive. And Kentucky, man, I mean, they beat Florida, so it shows a little bit of something, but at the same time, I think I'm going to pick Missouri. I think they're going to get it done.
Mizzou on the road. Well, I mean, that's all we can do now is watch it and see, man. So that's what we live to do around here. Live to Saturday and watch these games. So, I mean, anything else y'all would like to say, man? Or all right, guys, I guess that's it for this Week 7 predictions in the SEC. Like I said, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and y'all come back for next time we're on here. Thanks for joining, and we'll see y'all.